Hi Aquarius, this is Amanda from By Luna's Light. This is going to be a new moon card reading. So this will pertain to the new moon December 14th that is coming up. And this will be a general reading, so anything that comes up for love, work, anything to do with your life, I'll clarify with the cards. Now, please keep in mind that this reading is general, so take what you will from it and leave the rest. This is also for any Aquarius that is Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Yeah. This is my first round of videos, so bear with me. I am going to be kind of tweaking the lighting, the positioning, the audio as best I can over the next couple weeks while I do all of these readings for everyone. And of course my style might switch up a bit. If you have any comments or helpful tips, feel free to message me. I am fully open to some productive criticism in a nice way, of course. And yeah, so let's dive into your reading. So I'm going to start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the setup and then I will clarify as we go along. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. It's 1 week till that new moon energy comes for us. And I don't know about you, but it's a very shadow work kind of time of year. So I could really use that new energy of the new moon. I feel like there might be some breakthroughs coming through. Okay. Guides and angels, please guide my Aquarius today on what they need to know for the new moon coming up for December 14th. All right. What do Aquarius need to know for the new moon on December 14th? One more card. Ooh. And that one came up. So you got some extra cards. Now, okay, and just to make sure that we touch base on our love lives a little, I am using the Romance Angel deck. The other was the Energy deck, this one here. So now we'll get some more insight on our love lives here. Okay. And what do my Aquarius need to know for their love lives coming up for the new moon on December 14th? Perfect. Got the 3 that we need. Okay. And I will be using the Witch's Tarot to do all the clarifying today. This deck is my absolute favorite. It was gifted to me from a dear friend and fellow psychic who just knew that I needed to use this deck. I really enjoy all the artwork of it, and I find it really easy to connect with and read, which is extremely important when you are doing readings. Nothing worse than trying to get a deck to speak that just will not speak for you. Okay, what is in the cards for my Aquarius? So right off the bat, it's been kind of a tough time for you guys, I feel. You have a lot of anxiety going on about something in your life. Overthinking, sleepless nights. Could be a lot of you are going through the dark night of the soul. It's also a really difficult time of year, not only with COVID, but also with seasonal affective disorder. I always suggest, if you have anything troubling you, reach out to anyone, even if it's calling the helpline. If you don't feel like confiding in someone, there's resources out there, especially this time of year when we're isolated. It's very important to kind of voice your anxieties, allow yourself to feel them, but not attach yourself to them as best that you can. Try and get out of your mind, get back into your heart where you're balanced, and find that time and peaceful spot to bring you out of that. So we're going to clarify anxiety and see what exactly is going on for you guys that is leading to all this anxiety. Okay. You guys have been having a tough break here. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. All right, so right off the bat, there could be a lot of heartbreak going on for you guys. Perhaps there is a relationship that has kind of come to a head. There could be a lot of conflict going on with you and your significant other, a lot of hurtful things being said. Could be ghosting, someone walking away and not giving you any reason why. Regardless, there's a lot of heartache, a lot of healing that needs to be done right now. And no wonder you're overthinking, because your poor heart has been kind of punctured. And our hearts are not meant to be pincushions. No. They are very fragile in a sense, vulnerable, but strong. So we can overcome this. Definitely can overcome this. We need to turn that card right upside down and heal that. Because I see right now you guys have a lot on your shoulders. It's been a very difficult time, a lot of conflict here, but you know what? This is the 10 of Swords. So that means that is coming to an end. It's about to turn into a 1, and you'll be done with this situation. You are at the end of this, thankfully. But what you can see here as well is that little owl up there, that wee owl. That owl has a lot of wisdom. So although you had to go through all of this, there is wisdom to be found when it comes to difficulties. You learn best in difficult times, and you, Aquarius, have learned a lot recently. I feel like you definitely needed a lot of time out to reflect on this situation, and that has led to a new day. There's a dawn in the back there. The light is shining through once again, and there's a flower there. Resiliency. It did not die. So there is hope, and you guys are on your way out of this situation. Unfortunately, you guys may be feeling quite stuck. This could signify lack of communication with someone. Again, the ghosting. But it could also be like you're at a stalemate. You're not giving or taking with the person. You're not getting anywhere productive. It could be that a decision needs to be made, but you just don't know how to make it. You don't know what the right choice is. And unfortunately, sometimes you can be between a rock and a hard place, but a decision does need to be made, because not making a decision is also making a decision. So if you look, the moon is behind you. You have the energy of the moon, revealing a lot of possible fears. I almost want to say some secrets were being revealed, and that has caused a lot of this heartache, a lot of this stalemate, because you don't know how to move forward from that. But you will. You really will, because you have the Knight of Pentacles here. And this Knight of Pentacles, he is grounded, he is steadfast, he is coming in strong. And the Knight of Pentacles is all about everything that you have been working hard towards, everything that you want in your life, that you want to see happen. Everything that you've been waiting for is coming towards you. It's coming soon and it's coming fast, but it's coming in a grounded way. So it's not just going to fly in and then fly out again. It's going to be, you worked your butt off for this. It's here to stay. And, you know, you had to make a lot of sacrifices along the way to make sure that this happened. And this could very well be like a promotion at work, a new promotion. It could be a more grounded relationship, something with firm boundaries, something that, like a relationship that really helps you grow. And I feel like a lot of you have been really waiting for that kind of relationship, as we all have. But here we are, the Page of Cups. Now this is an offer of love, a new beginning, because it's a page, it's in its infancy. So this could be someone new coming forward, showing you that they have something to offer you. And that's a beautiful thing. So try not to be too hard on them if it's not exactly what you want. But it could very well be. It could be the new birth to something beautiful. And look at how, like, beautiful this wave is. It's just kind of like encapsulating her. And she's completely in her element. So allow that wave to wash over you and see where it takes you. It could be everything that you've been waiting for. Now, the last card for that one is the Four of Wands. So this is speaking of kind of a delay, a little bit of a delay. So although it is coming, maybe not as quickly as you'd hoped for some of you, it is coming. It's just that you have to be patient. But when it does arrive, you'll be like halfway to the 10, you know, halfway to marriage kind of thing. So there's a little bit of a delay, but it is on the horizon. And that could be anything from, like, I really feel like this is more about a relationship right now. I will be honest. That's what it's kind of coming down to. So Deceit is your next card in the reverse. Yes, it's reversed. Now, this could be deceit, but in the past. So something that happened in the past with a past partner. Perhaps there was a third party situation. Perhaps they were withholding their true emotions from you, deceiving themselves into thinking that perhaps you're not what they want when they truly do. A lot of times it's hard to embrace your own feelings and be vulnerable. And some people have a hard time really showing that side. So be patient. I know it's not easy all the time, especially if you're bursting with passion and you are so excited to be in this relationship. Everyone moves at a different pace. So this could be a deceit from the past. And I'm just going to clarify now on the deceit. Okay. So this is very much someone from the past, I believe. Someone you are waiting to hear from. So you are you're not moving forward at this point. You are waiting for an apology, I feel, or to reconcile. It could be that you're not fully done with this person and that although they hurt you, you really want to see where you can mend and move forward. But you're not willing right now, it looks like, that you're not willing to move forward without them. So you're waiting. And the next card that comes up is the Hope card. This is wishing on a star. This is really wanting everything that you've been wishing for. It's kind of like the genie in the bottle. You got 3 wishes. And so for this speaks to renewed hope. This could very well be renewed hope in that relationship. If you're waiting for them, they could be stepping forward, or they might not. And that's a very big possibility that, you know, you will have to take into consideration, because sometimes people are just not in that same place anymore. Not to be the Debbie Downer here, but it's part of reality, you know, and everyone has free will. So, you know, it's something that you're hoping and waiting for, but it takes time. It takes time to figure out where everyone's at, and open communication is the biggest part. Now, according to the cards, the 6 of Cups in reverse. So this is the 6 of Cups upright. Talks about someone returning from your past, someone with nostalgic feelings and memories, someone from your childhood even. But in the reverse, this person is not coming back right now. They're not coming forward. They are very much staying in the past for now. That doesn't mean they're going to stay there. It just means that they're not willing to come forward at this time. So that could very much mean that although you are ready to talk things out, they're not at that place yet. Patience. Patience is everything. So maybe it's time to take a pause and reflect. The Hermit card up in upright is really taking the time out to reflect on yourself, on your relationship, maybe seeing where they're coming from. It's a good time to just check in with yourself. And you know what? When you take time out, and the Capricorn's got this as well, when you take the time out and away from someone, it really helps you see things that you couldn't see while you were in the thick of it. This could bring a lot to light about your relationship, about yourself, about your boundaries. It's a good time to pause so that you can see where you want things to change. And that gives you the opportunity to figure that out and then be able to communicate that productively with your person. And we got the Tower card, so something needs to happen here. This is a big divine disruption. And I don't always see this as a negative card. I actually see this as an opportunity to rebuild, an opportunity to restructure whatever it is that needs to come crumbling down. Nothing lasts forever. Even the ancient buildings in Ireland, they still crumble and fall too, right? But it's in how you kind of come back from these moments that truly speak to yourself, your strength and resiliency, and to what is important to you. Because if it's not worth rebuilding, you will know. But for those that want to carry forward, and especially if this is in regards to a relationship, this is the opportunity to revisit the things that have not been ideal for you. It is an opportunity to start fresh. And that can be with someone new or with your old person. As long as you are stating this is how it needs to be from now on, are they okay with that too? And let's move forward. And with that being said, we have the Knight of Cups. This is an apology. This is an act of love. Someone coming back, offering their love to you. And that is a beautiful thing. That time out that I was just talking about could very well be just what you both need. And now you can come forward with a full cup again and really offer to each other what you both truly deserve. And that's respect, reciprocation, and honesty. Okay, so for the last of these ones, it came out in 3. So we have attachment upside down in the reverse. That's pretty obvious. It's time to detach, like we've been talking about in this reading. Time to detach, and that could be from any job. It could be relationship, and that seems to be the common thing right now, is really taking that break from each other. Sometimes attachments turn into codependency, and we don't want that. All tied up was the next one. Now, this is in reverse, so this is freedom. This is releasing yourself from these binds. You may have felt in the past constriction with your person. It could be that their boundaries were overriding your boundaries. And so when you come together, when you separate and find yourselves free of these binds, I mean, it's a sense of freedom that is like no other. You are free to be yourself again. You are free to figure out who you are and what you want in life. And sometimes it takes freeing yourself from a situation to really know where you want to go next, what you want to do next. You know, you become, when you're in a partnership, you become a partnership. And it's so often that people lose the individual when they're in a partnership. So this is an opportunity to really figure yourself out again, to really find yourself. And the end of a difficult situation or a cycle, the World card is, you can see the end of a cycle. Half light, half dark, balanced. It is finally come to completion. Now, this could speak to a difficult time in the relationship. So if you are wanting to get back together with that person, this is a completion of a possible cycle that you guys have been repeating on and on and on and on, but did not know how to get out of. But this could also be a ending for the relationship itself. And with that comes new beginnings. So there could be someone new out there for you. Now let's clarify these cards. Okay. Okay. We have the Emperor in reverse. So this is the divine masculine, and the Emperor is all about entrepreneurship, prosperity when he's upright, really stable foundation of family life and whatnot. You can see him gazing off into the distance where he's watching a family, his own family, and he feels very grounded in his self. But in the reverse, that's an unstable feeling, very unstable family life. So this could be him or her. The energy is not gender specific, but your person could, or yourself could possibly be going through some difficult times within the family life, feeling very ungrounded, unstable, and just not knowing what the next step is, which is a little scary sometimes. But they're telling you and that person to trust your intuition. You have the High Priestess in the upright, and that speaks of really centering yourself and trusting that you have all the tools that you need to move forward. You have everything. All the gut feelings in the world are going to drive you right down that path of yours. And you have to trust that. You have to trust that you know what you're doing, even when you think you don't. Sometimes it's the journey that matters, not the destination, right? And so even when you are faltering, or you feel like you're stumbling, or you don't know what you're doing, it's part of the process. Trust the process. Now we have the High Priest, which is the Hierophant in reverse. And the Hierophant is all about like life lessons. So you can see right now, it's in the reverse. There's something that you are resisting learning. You are resisting possibly in regards to a relationship. And these cards specifically, the attachment, the tied up, and the world. Maybe you're resisting letting someone go. Maybe you're resisting letting go of a relationship that no longer serves you. That could be a friendship or a loved one, or it could be your romantic partner. Either way, the cards are pretty clear here that there is a lesson that needs to be learned, and that could very well be learned by walking away, or you need to realize that the relationship is the lesson and reflect on that and see where that takes you, because sometimes we get stuck. We get so stuck in our daily lives that we're no longer moving forward, and we're no longer questioning or reflecting on what is truly going on in our lives. And the Hierophant is telling you to take that time to reflect and learn, because that's why we're doing this, to learn and grow. They sent you the Strength card. Now this situation could really use strength, but this is a good portrayal of it, because I find that although the lion is a great symbol of strength, they're showing a lot of vulnerability here too. She's being quite vulnerable, being right beside a lion that could potentially attack her. So sometimes being vulnerable is the biggest strength that you can possibly harness. Keep that in mind. There's also the eternity symbol up here. So you guys could be going through a process of cyclical issues or anything like that. You know, you're kind of stuck in this cycle. Well, I mean, it's okay if you're learning along this path, but if it's continuously going back and forth and you're not learning anything anymore, that's codependency sometimes. And it's good to break that cycle. Have the courage to break that cycle so that you can learn and move on and learn new lessons. Queen of Cups in reverse. So again, energy is not gender specific, but someone here is emotionally unavailable. And that could be for your own good. Maybe you need to take a step back and stop giving so much. Or maybe the other person has completely blocked you out right now. We do that out of instinct and out of protection mode sometimes. But either way, whatever this pertains to you, there's a reason why this person is reversed. And sometimes half the battle is openly communicating on why that is. A lot of us try to beat around the bush and assume that we know. We should never do that. That only opens and breeds up to miscommunication. And a lot of times we fill in the assumptions with our own personal trauma and bad dialogue. We bring our own baggage into the situation and assume that we know how they're feeling. That is not the right way to go about this. I would never want someone doing that to me, so I sure as hell don't want to do that to someone else. So be aware of that. Next, we have the Temperance card, and it's upright. So we have balance and a rainbow. Yes, things are starting to become more balanced. You're more grounded, but you're also dipping your toe in the water. So you're not fully drowning in your emotions. You're nice and balanced. I feel like this is what your other person needs too. Your person needs balancing. And perhaps you do too, but there is a rainbow in the background. Good times are on the way. There is always a rainbow after the storm. And it could very well be that you and your person, or vice versa, one or the other or both, are going through the shadow side, the dark night of the soul. This speaks about addictions, codependency, negative, toxic people in your lives, backwards thinking poor negative narrative, self-talk, anything like that. Please be aware that this is temporary, that you have the opportunity and the means to get out of this situation, because you have the Sun card now. The Sun card is here, and you have the means to manifest everything that you desire. It could just take a lot of effort, which the best things in life require. Last but not least, let your friends help you. Your friends are going to be your life jacket. So make sure that you have a good support system around you to help through these times. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Be vulnerable. That vulnerability is a strength, and it will get you far when you are trying to communicate with your other person. Take the time to do this. It's vital to your relationship, I feel. And retreat. This could be together, taking the time out to spend time alone, or it could be, hey, we need separate time apart. We need to go and have our own time. Either way, you'll know what you need and what your person needs, but take that time. It's important. All right, Aquarius, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, and I will be uploading more of a general read in the future. So yes, please like, share, comment, any of that, and give me some feedback if you like. All right, happy new moon.